I'm a big fan of Minecraft. I'm not a big gamer. Minecraft is one of the few games I've played, and it has been a while since I've played. But if you added up the total amount of time I've played this game, it would be embarrassing.
I'm gonna go so easy on this movie.
It's so easy to get lost in this game and totally forget about the real world. The main appeal for me was escapism, and it's hard to put it into words, but somehow it manages to tick all the right boxes for so many people across the world. The game even explores escapism thematically and has meta commentary about it. After you kill the dragon in the end of the game, you get a poem. The poem is very meta and it addresses the fact that you're a player playing a game. It has a lot of philosophical commentary about escapism and life, and it's actually really emotional for me, to be honest. It strongly urges you to stop playing Minecraft and live your life. The poem is presented as a conversation between these two deities, and there's this part in the poem where they're talking about the meaning of life essentially, and you can't actually read it because it's all scrambled. And the deities say that you can only read it once you reach a higher level in real life, and that the game is just a dream within a dream. It's not literally saying stop playing Minecraft and get a life, you fucking loser. It's just commenting on the nature of life and the nature of existence, the irony of you doing things in a fictional game that you could be doing in real life. But at the same time, it blurs the line between reality and the game, and in sort of a nihilistic way, makes it seem like your real life is no more meaningful than the game. Anyway, I could go on about this for hours, but coming back to the subject of this video, a Minecraft movie. Surprisingly enough, the movie stays mostly true to this message. The movie overall wasn't great, but there were some points of genuine quality, and I was enjoying it quite a bit at some points.
Could you come to my school and pretend to be my uncle?
No way, I don't do that stuff anymore.
I had 26 bucks.
The movie starts with Jack Black being unhappy with the real world and the life that he lived in it. So he decides to go inside the Minecraft world and just live there. And you can already see the groundwork being laid for the theme of the movie. The kid and his sister moved in from another town, and there's a realtor lady who breeds animals. We spent a surprising amount of time on Jason Momoa, who by the way is really trying. He did not phone it in, and the movie is better for it. So his character is that he's a washed up video game champion from a long time ago, and now he's just a loser. He's basically Adam Sandler's character from Pixels, but just not as badly written. His opening was something I actually genuinely enjoyed. I actually kind of felt bad for him and cared about him a little bit, which is kind of surprising for this movie. For the most part, it does the introduction of the characters pretty well. The only thing I had an issue with is the montage opening. I wish that movies would take their time and ease into the conflict. This is a repeated trend I'm seeing in a lot of stuff these days. It's like filmmakers are concerned that the audience won't pay attention unless they move on from things really fucking fast. Movies need to have some breathing space, otherwise the audience can't process the emotions. By rushing the opening, I feel like the movie rushed past something that could have been pretty emotionally resonant. This movie is mostly tongue-in-cheek and pretty silly. But I think that taking at least a couple of things seriously and being sincere is a good thing. And they did so with Jason Momoa's character. They spent some time on him and focused on his emotions an appropriate amount. I wish they had done the same for Jack Black as well. Instead of rushing the opening, if they had some kind of nice, quiet, cold open where they communicated some kind of emotional struggle relating to his need for escapism and why he was unsatisfied with real life, that would have made the movie emotionally resonate with me a lot more. And I think they should have leaned harder into the escapism theme. Right now, as much as I appreciate it being there, it feels like it's barely there. The movie should have tapped into the emotional potential of it a lot more. The kid's thing is that he's super creative and unorthodox, so he's having trouble fitting in. I really enjoyed the sequence where he makes the jetpack. I think stuff like this is really cute. I also thought it was hilarious how cartoonishly evil these fucking kids were.
Oh god.
The kid and Jason Momoa follow the MacGuffin to the portal which Jack Black used to get into the Minecraft world, and the other characters follow them there too. And what do you know, they're in the Minecraft world. Let's take a quick moment to talk about the VFX. The visual effects in this movie are one of its biggest weaknesses. The real people and the Minecraft world simply don't blend together at all. I was watching the Minecraft live announcement of the update, and they showed the making of this movie. In that, there were a lot of practical things that they used in the movie, But honestly, when you're actually watching the movie, it's really rare that you actually notice something is practical. I guess there's this cool scene with Jason Momoa where he falls in the hole.
This looks practical.
And I have to say that the lava chicken looked absolutely delicious. That has to be said. The character designs were pretty fucking terrifying. There were a couple of things that looked okay, and I understand why they felt that the pixelated textures wouldn't work here. However, what they replaced it with is something gross and terrifying. The crew go through some shenanigans at night, and Steve shows up and saves them. And here's an opportunity for me to talk about the music in the movie. The movie uses far too many songs rather than relying on its own score. The songs are all good, of course. I particularly liked Zero to Hero and Lava Chicken by Jack Black. Zero to Hero felt like one of those old Minecraft parodies where they just take a real song and just put Minecraft lyrics in them. Except Zero to Hero is just a fully original song just about Minecraft, which is kind of amazing. Despite liking the music, I feel like the movie should rely on its own score more. Movies these days spam songs way too often. I blame Guardians of the Galaxy, to be honest. Thanks a lot, James Gunn. But man, I've noticed older movies just use their score for the most part. I was watching Iron Man 1 and I was expecting AC/DC to be fucking blasting everywhere, and it was like used like once in the whole movie or something. I think that using songs has its advantages. I think movies like Guardians of the Galaxy or like Baby Driver are amazing. But I think using the movie's own score has one big advantage, which is it helps you take the movie a lot more seriously. And if you are using songs, you need to do that very carefully and make sure the song really fits with the movie. And I feel like some movies just don't bother with that. They just find like a bunch of good songs and just throw them in there. And that is the issue with this movie using songs. Especially since that this movie's score isn't even bad. The few times that they did use the score, they mixed it in so quietly that you barely notice it.
Yeah, me too.
Let's do it for Gargar. First we mine, then we craft. Let's Minecraft!
It's like they didn't even think it was important. The guy who composed this movie did Thor Ragnarok, for Christ's sake. Believe in your own score, goddammit. So next, they go to the village, and there's some more entertaining scenes here. I particularly enjoyed the scene where they go through Jack Black's stuff. So the village gets attacked and they have to escape. I just want to skip a bunch of stuff and just talk about the Jason Momoa betrayal subplot. And I have to be honest, I actually remember kind of feeling sorry for him here. Jason Momoa is not phoning it in, which is the biggest surprise of all. This is one of the rare instances of the movie where they actually dare to be sincere about the emotions. You see, it's a lot easier to be goofing around and silly and just making fun of everything, because it creates this weird armor around you from criticism. You can't really criticize it or call it out because it's not even trying, it's just goofing around. Hey, why are you taking the movie so seriously, right? But if the movie actually tries unironically and actually takes itself seriously and tries to present its characters as like genuinely going through some kind of hardship, when you make a mistake while trying to do that, it opens you up to so much more ridicule. It's a lot easier to get made fun of when you fail at sincerity. So this is why I think it's kind of cowardly when movies are just like constantly making fun of everything. Ideally, the whole movie would have been sincere, but at least there's these few moments. Honestly, the rest of the movie doesn't really have much to talk about, so I'm gonna skip a bunch of stuff. Basically, they go to the Woodland Mansion and get the MacGuffin.
You know what could work on these guys? Sounds crazy.
Hit me.
And then everyone unites at the end, and now they have to fight the villain. The villain shoots up a fucking beam in the sky like it's fucking 2012. The final battle had some fun moments, I suppose.
God.
Anyway, the good guys win, and this is the going home scene where everyone says their goodbyes. And once again, I have to say I kinda cared about Jason Momoa here as well. But one thing that was really lacking was the emotional core of Jack Black's character. This is what I mentioned earlier. If they had given Jack Black an actual emotional reason for why he came into the Minecraft world and avoided real life, it could have made this moment so much more dramatic and emotional.
Turns out, if you're brave enough, you can make the real world your overworld.
As it is, all I can really praise it for is that it's true to the themes of the game. So my actual praise for the ending of the movie is that I barely cared when Jason Momoa said his goodbyes to Jack Black. But I guess that's more than zero. And then the movie ends. When I first imagined the Minecraft movie, I always imagined it being a fantasy epic. I wanted it to provide escapism rather than comment on it, and based on some of the concept art that's been released, I feel like that could have been pretty good. However, that's just the personal preference of someone who spent way too much time playing a certain block game. The approach they've taken here is totally valid and true to the game in its own way. But I do have to mention that I don't think I'll ever watch this movie again, and I personally put a lot of weight into rewatchability for whether I like a movie. And I think that a lot of the jokes even in this movie that did make me laugh, I don't think I would laugh again if I saw it. I think most of it was just me finding it incredibly absurd that I was literally watching a Minecraft movie. I don't think that would be present the second time. So that's the Minecraft movie, I guess. 5 out of 10.